So I'm gonna hop out, but thanks for hanging out, Meta. I'll probably ping you again if I'm here tomorrow at the same time. It's just 14 hours, but you never know, honestly, at this point.
Right.
But
I
alright,
will let you know if I'm good tomorrow.
sweet. I'm excited. I think we have like one more session, then we're either done or into Bowser's Fury. I think Bowser's Fury is pretty short.
I think so.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna hop out. Guys, if you haven't already checked out Meta's channel, give him a shout out. Make sure you give Meta some love. Boom. Alright, and I will hop out of the call. I'll see you later, Meta. I'm gonna be back in a bit.
All right. Have a nice lunch.
Alright, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Alright. Okay. I have to hop back, guys. Sorry to be quick and the dip, but I'll play some tunes. And I'll switch my thing over. Minesweeper. Boom. Okay, I'll be back. Lunch break. Alright, BRB guys, I'll be back.
We can have a wonderful life together if we make it wonderful.
Yeah, it's fine. We have a photo.
Joe?
What now, Ralph?
How come we didn't get invited to play the gala this year?
Shut up, Ralph.
No.
wanna see can be good for me. I'm tripping hard on ecstasy. My flood of trees here next to me. Just close your eyes and count to three.
Well, here's a story a little pink pony told me about friendship. Bill, you just grab that page up there, and I'll tell it. Yeah, hit it, Bill.
Yeah, Ralph. How do we play these instruments with hooves and no hands?
Shut up, Ralph.
pony should know. I'll be the one to watch the girl in the flow. I'm the type of pony every pony should know. They hang on every word that I speak. My approving glance is what they all seek. I'm the creme de la creme, not just another Jane Doe. I'm the type of pony every pony should know. At home at the altar on a fancy yacht, becoming the talk of all of Canterlot. I'm the creme de la creme, not just another Jane Doe. I'm the type of pony every pony should.
kind of day of which I've dreamed since I was small. Every pony I'll soon control, every stallion, mare, and foal. Who says a girl can't really have it all?
I have to find a way to make this all okay. I can't believe this small mistake could have caused so much heartache. Oh why? Oh why? Oh I have to find a way to make this all okay. I can't believe this small mistake could have caused so much heartache. Oh why? Oh
When discord reigns and discord's reign is similar to Tazon days, it's easy to say things should always stay the same and never change. When your enemy's an ever-changing Draconiquus or Queen of the Changelings, it makes sense to say we should stick to the same things. Stay singing the same songs as when we came in. After all, we've already made friends. I'm talking about Season 2. Lauren Faust had found some reason to leave Jason Thiessen. We believed in you, of course, sort of. You seem a decent dude. But adjust the changes to the showrunners so they're strangers. So what? More important are the ponies we know and love who suddenly somehow seem to be growing up.
What?
Suddenly, seemingly, the lessons at the end of every episode threaten the very essence of the ponies in question. It would never be the same. Can Fluttershy not be shy? It's in her name. But that's just how the story has to be. That's a splash of cold reality. Cause even when you know it's hard to be, you've gotta always be in harmony with the facts of your situation, embracing the truth of your own limitations, and facing the proof that the only way to make it in this crazy, lonely world is to take the things about yourself that make you wanna doubt yourself and change them. You can't be every pony and you can't do everything, but you can show that you know that the only way to grow is to go where no pony else can go. So, the pony who showed us what swagger meant can stay badass but be a little less arrogant, but remain so passionate. Retain hold of her rainbow dashiness. Pinkie Pie put a smile upon every face, while knowing sometimes every pony needs their space, and you're supposed to leave a place to be alone. Supposed to always respect boundaries, accept the fourth wall. And Rarity can get some mud in her mane, and her embarrassing sister will still love her the same. And Fluttershy's name can lose the shy but not the flutter, and she'll stay fuzzy, cuddly, and we still love her. And Sparkle still studies but can also relax, cause she's passing all her classes and should really lean back. And her Dragonler's maturing can be really awful hard, and Applejack doesn't really need to learn a gosh darn thing. In the end, you can change all you need, but you gotta stay a friend. Cause there's a difference between changing with the times and turning out to be a changeling in disguise. And trying to grow too fast will have you talking fancy, and that's all a part of the plan of John Delancey. Trying to force love will have you talking schmoopy pie. Relying on the past will have you talking Luna style. So rely on the harmony taught in the show we all know we never thought we would watch. Know the mark on your plot is the start of the process of figuring out who you are and are not. Us too, season 2, bronies blew up and bronies grew up. Used to only do stuff on our own, now we notice that we're on the news. But some ponies still hating, gotta show them some love. If they try it and don't like it, then leave them be. But if you love it, no need to do it secretly. Come along with So Great and Powerful and me, and we'll see you on the other side of season 3.
Mama, hold on to me. Galaxy, line by line, becoming new without a place.
We don't know who we are. We don't know where we are. Each of us woke up one moment, and here we were in the darkness. We're nameless things with no memory, no knowledge of what went before, no understanding of what is now, no knowledge of what will be.
She blinks her eyes to make the stars dance in the sky.
Où l'avenir est plus présent que le présent, où les lointaines galaxies sont à ma porte. Ensemble.
Being together is enough, Big Dipper. Come out and play until midnight. When she awoke and looked in the mirror, sure enough, Lil Dipper. Stardust still sparkled in her eyes.
Joe?
Yeah, Ralph?
Isn't this the same sound effect we ended on last time?
I think so, Ralph. I think so.
Hello. Hi. I will go. Yo, hello. I just came back from a lunch break. I caught up with my mum. She is leaving to go overseas very soon for like 3 months, which is crazy. So it's gonna be kind of nuts. But I caught up with her for my little mini lunch break, which was nice. She treated me to this thing. This interesting drink. Tell me if you've seen this before. It's sparkling coconut water. The ingredients are... It's literally just coconut water. 99.5% organic pure coconut water and carbon dioxide. It's just fizzy coconut water. It tastes awesome though, by the way. Unless you don't like coconut water. Also, I just saw on Twitter that Simply PB'd. He got a 137.35. Absolutely crazy. It's been a hot minute since his previous one. Very, very cool to see. We love to see that. I've been seeing, Wilco, I've been seeing your Pacers on Twitter as well. Love to see those. Always on the cusp of another cracked PB. Yo, Cat. Hello. Hi. Cat, by the way, congrats on your affiliateship on Twitch. We love to see it. Getting those W's. Hello. How are you doing? To go well. Love to hear it. Let's go. I can see that the Minesweeper is almost done as well. Thank you. I'm hyped. I'm excited for your stream adventures. You deserve it. It's always cool to see people and fellow friends on the grind. Let's go, GG's! Wilco, nicely done. And maybe I finally get to use my own emote. Oh, true, this is your own little animated emote. Wait, this is such a cute one. McCarty, please. Very cute. Also, GG's, Wilco, GG's, let's go. Alright, I'm back now. I was going for my little lunch break, but I'm back. We played a few different things recently. Let's have a look quickly at the, whatchamacallit? At the list of games at the moment. Let's have a look at the incentives. I played a little bit of Mario ROM hack as well. Let me hide this since I'm not doing the race. Let me hide the... Oh no. View the display. Okay, let's have a look at this. We've got a few things to play. I'm kind of tempted to do a bit more Majora's Mask, maybe. We did start Mario Odyssey, so let me highlight this. I'm gonna say this right now. Yo, Dutchy. Hello, hello. This might be kind of a... I don't know if this is... If you guys feel this way. I feel like Mario 64 is just... It's just so good. Playing all these other games makes me really appreciate the movement mechanics in Mario 64. And also, conversely, Mario 64 makes me appreciate, like, from a casual perspective only, not from a speedrunning perspective, from a casual perspective, like, man, the cameras in newer games are just so much more intuitive. Like, I can definitely see, like, from a casual perspective, how the camera in Mario... I feel like, the thing is, people complain about it. The camera in Mario 64 is, like a wild beast that you can kind of wrangle and tame. And once you know how to do it, it's a really good camera. You can use it for consistent setups and speedrunning, so it's perfect for that. But if you don't know how to do that, then... And you're, like, in the pyramid or something, man, it gets bad in SM64. Also, I started playing this ROM hack, B3313. This kind of makes me feel the pain of the camera a little bit. I love that you're still here when you're almost done. Almost done? I got like 12 hours left. Also, actually, the stream got down to 1 hour remaining, and it boosted all the way up to like 25 hours or something crazy. SM64 is kind of cool. SM64 is so good. Playing all these other games makes me I just appreciate Mario 64 for how fun it is to play. You had 6 last time I looked, Labao. Yeah. It's been under like 7 hours, I think 3 or 4 times now. It was at the very beginning of the... No, even when the stream started, it wasn't actually that low. Mario 64 camera's trash. It's the only 3D game of its age that was just like, fuck it, we're not putting any logic behind it, let the player deal with it. There is logic. I like the thing is, I feel like it's one of those things where if you play the game casually for the first time, having only played like other games or newer 3D games, then the camera is very different to like modern 3D games, right? It's just like very weird and it's kind of clunky. It's not the most intuitive immediately with like the Lucky Cam and the Mario Cam, that sort of stuff. But when you speedrun the game, the camera is the best. It's just the one thing I appreciate from a speedrunner's point of view is that the camera can set up consistent tricks, like so that you can do things with notches and whatever. It's so unbelievably good, but it's not intuitive for a beginner, I guess. You know, it's like Super Smash Bros. Melee. For any of you who've played Melee before, if you play only the newer Smash games and then you try Melee, I've heard a lot of people say like, oh, Melee feels kind of clunky, it feels unresponsive. And a lot of that has to do with like, oh, there's no input buffer and that sort of stuff, and that makes it feel kind of slower, because I feel like at some point when developers were making video games, they realized like, oh, if you press the A button 1 frame before you're allowed to put a move in, it doesn't feel good to have nothing happen on the screen. So for newer games, past that point, past like the GameCube era, or even maybe from that era onwards, they started programming things so that if you put like a input in like a frame or two early, it'll just buffer it so that you do it as soon as you can. And then like the modern Smash games work that way, where you can buffer like a smash move or something after like a land or whatever. And then it just feels like you're doing a lot more stuff. When you play the game so many times, the camera doesn't matter. It's great. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the camera is actually helpful if you speedrun the game. Like, if the camera was just like a modern camera that would follow Mario around, a lot of the specific camera setups just wouldn't work. Like, there's a lot of instances I can think of where, like in Dar Doc's 100 coin, when you're collecting that last red coin, and then you do the long jump to wall kick off the wall to get to the platform or whatever, like, that angle wouldn't be consistent at all if you were, trying to make it. Hate when you need skill to be good at a game. That's such an outdated idea. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like... it might be... I don't know what it is, but I do like the games that take a lot more to, I guess, master. But just only from that point of view. Like, playing Super Smash Bros. Melee feels incredible. Like, when you grind and get good, because it feels so rewarding. You know? Like, there's a lot more to get good at. If that makes sense. I will say, though, Super Mario Sunshine... This also felt like just... this is my overview, right? Super Mario Sunshine, from the little I played it, the movement mechanics feel like this would be a good speed game. Even though I suck at it, and I can't play very well, this game feels really challenging. And, like, there's a lot of movement options. Mario Galaxy doesn't feel quite like that. So, like, this feels like there's just a little bit less to play with. I don't know what the speedrun for either of these look like, because I haven't watched Mario Galaxy speedruns or Mario Sunshine speedruns. I'm just like... I'm like a fake Mario fan. I love Mario 64, and that's like the only Mario game I watch. I haven't watched any runs of any of the other games. But Mario Sunshine feels like it has good movement. Mario Galaxy less. And then I started Mario Odyssey, and that game also kind of feels like it has really satisfying movement. There's a lot of movement options for this too. Galaxy feels very heavy, which is ironic considering most of it is in space. It's not that. It's just there's a lot of empty space in Galaxy, and then I feel like the I don't know. You just don't have as many movement options, it feels like, but that's it. Like, you can't dive. You just like long jump and you like spin jump, and that's it. And it doesn't feel like there's much more. But Odyssey has tons of movement options, so that feels really good. Pseudo Regalia also was really, really, really nice. Camera's wonky in Galaxy. In places, yeah. But it's not that bad. Galaxy feels really good as a casual game. Odyssey should have been a Kirby game. Nah, Odyssey feels really good. Odyssey feels really good. There's only a couple things that have thrown me off, but this feels really good. Also, okay, out of all these games that I tried, I mean, Breath of the Wild I played it all the way through, basically, already. I will say, the game that I've had the best first impression of, out of all of these, I think is actually probably Majora's Mask. City Regalia is that furry rabbit-ass game? It is. Also, yo, Yumizu, what's good? Of all these games, Majora's Mask has like the... I feel like it's almost unfair, because the thing is, I love Ocarina of Time, we just played through all of it. This feels like Ocarina of Time 2. In a different world and with different stuff and whatever. So maybe I'm just saying that because this feels the most familiar out of all the games. My biggest problems... Twilight Princess feels extremely linear. Like, way more than anything else. Like, none of these other games really have that. Maybe Okami a bit. Twilight Princess is very like, oh, you didn't talk to the NPC, you are not allowed to leave the area. Like, that kind of vibe. It's very like, that's just so far though. It's just been very like, here's the first plot point, second plot point, third and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think it's fine for a game to be linear, but it's like very transparently linear. So it feels very noticeable. Compared to like Ocarina, like Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time, Sunshine. These games, like even if there is linearity in them, they don't feel linear when you play them. They feel like there's this big world and stuff like that. Twilight Princess doesn't feel like that. There's a lot of areas you run into that are just blocked off. You hate Okami for the same thing that happened in Majora's Mask? I didn't say I hate Okami, I said this was fine. But Twilight Princess is like much more linear than I remember it being so far. Also, hi, Mizu. Majora's Mask lives on OT nostalgia. I will say, I'm not gonna lie, I do have a shit ton of nostalgia for Ocarina of Time because that was just a childhood game of mine. Same with Mario 64. I have nostalgia for that, I won't lie. I played that as a kid, so there is a little bit of like, oh, I played this as a kid when I was growing up. I don't know. I don't have any nostalgia for Galaxy, because I'm just... Or Sunshine, because I didn't play this as kids. Twilight Princess, you finished tutorials about an hour for the game. I love Breath of the Wild. Wait, hold on. This is my top 25 games to be finished. I updated it slightly, but still, the god of Zelda games is Wind Waker, for sure. My top 5 are Is 1 and 2, Mario 64, Melee, Wind Waker, and Ace Attorney Trilogy HD. And then Osu, Nier Automata, Breath of the Wild, Ocarina of Time, Curse of Monkey Island. I originally posted the top 25 and I missed some stuff, but I've been like updating it periodically when I remember a game exists. And I'm like, oh shoot, I need to add that. Like, I forgot about Mario RPG, but that was unironically actually really, really enjoyable. Shoutouts to Dark. Dark was always raving about how good this game was, and that was one of the few times I was like, you know what? I agree. Dark said this was a good game. It was really, really good. So I like that a lot. And then a few of the other GTA games have been pushed out. Vice City, Undertale, Rock Raiders might get pushed out by something, but I'm like not as certain about these bottom games. But the top like 9 or 8 are very solid. Mario RPG is timeless. It's funny how the HD remake isn't even that much better. Yeah, I feel like I heard people say this is like a good version of it. Might even be a little worse. Nah, the graphics make up for it. I feel like this is a really good upgrade. I feel like I heard a lot of people say that it was very true to the original, except the only difference is that it's the only main difference that people complained about who liked the original game was that this one was easier. Yeah, but they made it way easier? Yeah, that's what I told you. That's the only major complaint. Like, everything else was very minor. The only thing that I heard people say majorly was that, oh, this is way easier than the original. Which I think is fine, because it's not an easy game. Even the fact that it's easier, it's still not easy. But makes me think that the SNES version is, like, kind of brutal. Low-key. Actually. Which is kind of nuts. But, yeah, I also added Minecraft, because I forgot about Minecraft. Yeah. I combined the Ace Attorney games into one, because they were just one after another. I combined the first 3 Deponia games into just one block, because it makes it easier for me to rank, because I kind of just played the first 3 all the way through. Also, the 4th Deponia game, really, really good. This whole, the 4 Deponia games, the first 3 are like the one story, and the 4th is kind of a standalone, but a sequel. They're very, they subvert your expectations for like how a story normally goes and ends, without saying much. On the very low chance anybody ever plays the Deponia games, really, really good story. Really takes you for a ride. Also, yo, Barry. It's literally OG with better graphics. Where on your list is Maritime Bay Adventures? That is not a good game, Dark. That game kind of sucks ass. That's not up there, man. Thank you for being here. You're welcome. We're just kind of hanging out for a teeny bit before I switch back to regular stuff. How are you doing, Lightning? But no, Maritime Bay Adventure. Another game. Barry, if you played Deponia, please let me know. I wanna watch you play it. It has a couple of problems, but overall, I love that game. That's one of my favorite point-and-click adventures ever. And it's usually on sale. It's pretty cheap. It's really, really good. It depends, but I like it a lot. You should try DBZ Kakarot. I think you will love it. Funnily, you should say that. I have played it. I haven't finished it, and you're right, I do love it. It is really, really good. But I am a fan of... I have, like, a lot of nostalgia for Dragon Ball. That's like a childhood fan. Problems? There's one issue that I ran into, which in my opinion is kind of major. In one of the first 3 games, I don't remember which one it is, if it's the first or, like, the second or something. So, you know, point-and-click adventures have puzzles, where it's like, oh, you gotta figure out this and click the thing or whatever. There's one puzzle that just, like, sometimes just doesn't load. I don't know why. I don't remember which one it is. But there's one puzzle at some point where it's like, oh, you have to, like... I'm just gonna make up something because I don't remember it exactly very, very well. It's been a few years. But there's one puzzle early on where it's like, oh, you have to, like, match the squares to each other or whatever. And you go to the screen and there's nothing there. And it's just empty. It's like, oh, well, what do I do? And it turns out sometimes it just doesn't work. Like, on some saves, it just won't load it, and it's like a decent way into the game. So the developers, you know how they fixed this problem? They uploaded a save file just before the game where it isn't corrupted, and you're just meant to download their save file when you get to that point and play it if you get that issue. So that's kind of fucked up a little bit. That's kind of fucked up. And that happened to me. That's the only reason I know that. I saw people complaining about it. So that is an issue. Purely mechanically. So that's my only warning. So if there is some puzzle, if you do play it and there's a puzzle that comes up that just looks like it isn't there or is just missing or something, to save you the hassle of like trying to search through forums and stuff, I'm pretty sure that the developers uploaded a save file to their website, or that people have uploaded it everywhere, but people have uploaded a save file right before the puzzle, where the puzzle's guaranteed to work, and you can just load this. You can just download the save file and load it. That's the only major issue. Other than that, game is great, in my opinion. But that's just like one notable thing that's just very weird that I've never seen that issue in any other game. Also, you agreed. Also, Penguin Master redeeming the RAL save. Let me get the RAL save for you guys. That's my favorite red split runners today. I'm chilling, I'm vibing. I just came back, so you guys are gonna get a little content now. Hold up. Here's the horse redeem. Guys, Ralphie. Oh my god, look at him. He's precious and little. He's got his little glasses on. Wait, I'm confused. A save file got uploaded online? No, here's the issue. One of the first 3 games, I don't remember which one, has a puzzle that just sometimes doesn't work. Like, you go to do, like, some puzzle or some shit. I forget what it is exactly. It's some puzzle or something. And it just doesn't load. Like, you open the thing, and it's not there. And it's just confusing. And that happened to me. And when I googled it, that's, like, a problem that just occurs often to people. So the way the devs of the game, the publishers, Daedalic, the way they decided to fix it was to just upload a save file they knew would work right before that puzzle. So that you can load that save file that's kind of at the same point that you were, and just do the puzzle and just continue. That's how they decided to solve it, rather than actually patching the game. I don't know why they didn't, but that's how I remember doing that. That's like my only complaint. It's just a very weird... Not like, I don't like that as a fix for the game. That's stupid, Lamau. Yeah, I don't know. That happened more often than you think back in the day? Maybe, yeah, I don't know. But I've never played a game where a part of it broke and you had to download a save file from the dev's website that, like, worked. Just patch it, Lamau? Dude, I don't know. I don't get it. Let me actually see if I can find out what I'm talking about. Deponia save file. Okay, I won't show this on screen because this will spoil some part of the game. But yeah, it's up. They have save files on their thing. Patches weren't a thing then, Zoomer. It's on Steam, man. The first Deponia game came out in 2012. That's not that old. 2012 is like... That's Steam is full on a thing. 2012! You're old, Baronet. 2012 isn't that far back! People were patching games in 2012. That's not a new thing. Also, you have to basic. Welcome back. What's good? ...2012 was over 10 years ago, Baronet. Yeah, but that's like... That's not that far back. It was barely... It was like 11... It was like 11 and a bit years ago, basically. It's just barely over 10 years ago. I remember 2012 like it was yesterday. I was a year into my brony phase. I was in my 3rd year of high school. DLC was only invented in 2006. Is that actually true? Decade is still a long time in gaming. You know what? Actually, I guess. I guess it's been a hot minute. But yeah. Anyway, what is it? The website has it here. It's there. They're still up. Here are the save games and stuff. So in case that comes up, that's just just on the off chance if you're playing it, Barry, and that happens. This is what I had to do when I played it. I just remember that vividly because I was like laughing at how crazy that was a solution to me. Horse armor. I was born in 2009 and there were little patches. Just little ones. I bought 10 mil on RuneScape. 10 mil of what? Bullshit. You know what dude, I got an email. Okay, I got an email. Let me open it. I have a separate program that gives me like stream stats and stuff. It's not like Twitch does like it by default, but I have one that like sends me messages and stuff. And Grief has affected my stream chat message stats. Okay, you know what he's done? Let me show you. I just like zoomed in a bunch. He did this. These are my most used emotes. These two don't usually show up. I think this is the same emote just twice. I'm pretty sure this is just all Grief. I think like 58 out of the 61 is Grief. Guaranteed. This is Grief's favorite emote. He still doesn't beat the normal 79, but this is his staple emote. It's his signature. It's a good emote though. I won't lie, it is pretty good. But I just laughed when I saw it there. I was like, oh my god, it's Grief. Okay, need more OK spam. OK is also pretty good. I'm an OK fan. Of gold haze, not a waste, $7. Does it cost $7 to buy 10 million gold on RuneScape? Also, if you wanna, I don't know if I should show this. Nah, this reveals too much. I got asked, so for any of you who missed it, I've got a little funny thing. I had a call I had a call yesterday morning at 9 AM, my time, with some people from a humanitarian organization, I won't say which one yet, that were like, hey, we want to do like a partnership with you. I've been talking to them for like a while, and they're like, we want to have a Zoom call with you. So like, okay, I can do one for like 10 minutes or something. And we talked. Some of you are here when I was doing that. I muted myself. But they were inquiring about like, oh, we want to do like an event maybe and have you like speedrun something as part of it potentially. You know, if you're down with working with us. I was like, yeah, I can do a speedrun for a thing. Who uses Zoom nowadays? Bruh, I use Zoom all the time at my old job. Alright, that's commonly used program. If you do any sort of work that's like a common, like that, Microsoft Teams, people use that shit. Microsoft Outlook. You'd be surprised. But they wrote to me because they said, oh, I'll send you an email and maybe we can organize something. I haven't replied to this, but 12 hours ago they sent me an email. They were, hey, thanks so much again for meeting with me yesterday. It was great to be able to talk with you. I wanted to know how you feel about our first collaboration being a speedrun of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game from 1989 for NES. Sunday, May 12th is the 35th anniversary of its release. I was thinking that might be something we can work with. Also, I love that game, haha, full stop. I can put an outline together, but I would like to know what you think and if you have any suggestions. Best, the person. I don't know if they know this. I have never played the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. Much less am able to speedrun it, okay? I don't know what they want me to do here. I can't just pick up a game and speedrun it. That's not how that works. Also, May 12th? That's in less than 2 weeks. You already said this, you fool? I know, but I gotta repeat. You know, tell them they're unprofessional and say no to F up. No, I'm not gonna say that. That was rude. I'll be like, look, I can do a speedrun, but I'm limited to the games I know how to speedrun. I can't just play like a... I can't just play like a random game and just be able to speedrun at a high level. It doesn't work like that. Also, your Mahez, what's good? How are you, Mahez? Anyway, I thought that was a little amusing. Okay. Question is, what do we play now? We haven't done any Jump King. We could do Jump King. We haven't done this yet. We've done a little bit of everything except Jump King so far. We've started all these. I'll put little asterisks. Little mini asterisks. Boom. Okay. Jump King is the only one we haven't tried. Do we start Jump King? So you would not fare well for the Moist Critical Challenges? No, the Moist Critical Challenges are different. This is not like that, I don't think. Yes? Tell them that their grandpa's very nice and you hope their grandson recovers, but no, you don't want to be pretend turtles with them. Pretend turtles. Alright, let's do that. Let me take off my jumper so that I'm not overheating. But we'll do a little bit of Jump King. We'll see what we can do. Time to rage. You bet. I wonder what video game I've raged the most to on stream. I feel like I'm I'm like made of salt. I'm like a big salt shaker when I have to play Conker's Bad Fur Day. I will also say, by the way, for the games on the Subathon, some of the games, I don't know about all of them or not, but some of the games on the Subathon, this will be the last instance of them. So for like Conker's Bad Fur Day, I've gotten to a point, if I don't play, wherever I get to with Conker's Bad Fur Day during the Subathon, that'll be it. There will be no more Conkers after that. I hate that game. And it's fun to hate on, but there's only so much I'm playing with it. Same with Outlast, I'm considering that done. Probably a few of the other games maybe as well. Do Conkers now then? Nah. Let's do a little bit of Jump King. You fuckboy. I'm gonna be considering it completed. Rather than a scam, is what it is. We do a little scamming. Baronade pulled this massive gridit. A little bit. We do a little scamming here. Scaminade Nation, rise up. Just so we can drop Conquerors? Yeah, basically. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna install Jump King. Oh, it's already installed. Okay, let me pause this. Out of curiosity, does this just like launch in a window or how does this work?